From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. At my bar, of course, at Tommy Max. Brought to you by our good friends at TruckCrashLaw.com and The Carpet Man. We're talking management, we're talking NIL money, we're talking real estate investment, and we're also talking with a co-host from Buzz TV. Let's welcome in the panel. Raphnee Manning is here from Alliant Management. Hi, Raphnee. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to the bar and
Thank
to the
you.
show. Tell us a little bit about Reliant.
Nice
what are you guys
to
doing?
be here. So we are doing revenue cycle management.
Okay.
So we get the providers their money faster through reimbursement education and taking the pressure points off of patient care and figuring out how to get back to taking care of these patients.
Get through the red tape.
Yes.
Too much red tape to get your money back.
That's right.
And which is taken away from the care of the patient.
Exactly.
Right? Get your mind on something else instead of what it should be.
On the right thing. That's right.
So you guys handle the business side of it, so to speak.
Yes,
on
the
that
money side.
Yeah, the money.
Yes.
You've got the money. I like that.
That's right.
G-Money. Can
Your
I call you
point of
Yes.
Beautiful. Great to have you
nice to
on
be
the
here.
show. Mike Underwood's here from Micanopy. Micanopy, 1851. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How
All
are
right,
you?
we're talking NIL money, name, image, and likeness, which has taken college sports by storm, and even high school, I would imagine.
Absolutely,
as well.
it's falling in there. Well, yeah, we you know, NIL's been much maligned in the press. You know, I think there's some old timers that don't really like the idea of college athletes being paid. Right, so we wanted to be a holistic approach to it, and we've created what we call the Laser Center Foundation. It's not for profit. And LASER is an acronym for Life After Sports Employment Resource. So what we're doing is channeling the NIL funds that we're generating from boosters, donors, what have you, into resources. We'll have a physical presence on campus where any student athlete, all 537 plus or minus kids, regardless of sport or gender, can come in there as they're graduating and get resources like resume writing, career counselors. We're building network portals with alumni-owned businesses.
And like a networking system, if you will.
Right, so that they have this resource. It's going to serve them much longer term than, say, you know, a little bit of an advertising deal or a sponsorship deal. So we're really excited about it. We think that's the right way that NIL should have been built originally. And we've got 4 or 5 other universities, Power 5 schools that want to follow in our footsteps. So. Good. You know, we're going to bring it over here to UNF, JU, et cetera.
Keep it more legit, if you will, because it's been the Wild Wild West.
Absolutely.
For the record, as a former college athlete, I would have taken it legally or illegally. I wouldn't care. If you want to pay me to play college football, show me the money. But great to have. I'm glad you're involved in that. That's a good thing. I think you get it together now, right? As we move forward, more and more is going to go towards what you're doing.
Absolutely. It's going to look completely different in about 5 years from now. And more things like resources is going to be what it's about.
Awesome. Great. Raoul Elola, how are you, my friend?
Good, how you doing?
Great to see you. My son, Elola Holding Corporation, and you're in the real estate investment, and you also flip houses, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. How long have you been doing that for?
Good. So we started a business back in 2019 as an holding company, but because of COVID-19, things got a little bit slower. So we are a company as a corporation, but we act as a LLC. So what we do, we just go to auctions, get those houses for cheap price, flip it, and then get our profit out of it. So our main clients actually came from the Latin America. Yes.
Interesting. So are we talking here in Northeast Florida, throughout Florida? What areas are we geographically talking about?
North Florida.
All Florida?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then you said on the money side, the capital side, you guys provide debt and equity. Is it just for that kind of business, flipping houses?
Yes, flipping houses. And then,
So if there's others out there looking to flip houses, you're a capital arm potentially for them.
Correct.
Okay, great.
And also what we're doing, as I was listening to my friend right here, we're trying to, because I like soccer a lot. I'm from Africa.
Okay. All right.
And, you know, I didn't have the opportunity to play professional soccer. So what we're doing is to, of course, there's a real estate investing, but we're also going to add more things to that. which means that we're going to be a sport agency, soccer.
Oh, cool.
To give opportunity to young players.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. More soccer being brought up in America every day, it seems like.
Yes, correct.
Great, Raoul. Great to have you. Steve Strum, how are you, man?
Always a pleasure.
Buzz TV,
you know,
co-host.
every time I get a chance to come at the bar.
Yeah.
Well, here's something I also noticed. Real quick comment on NIL. I think, and I've known this guy for a very long time. I think it'd be the modeling contract, man. Maybe, you know, I'm thinking.
Maybe back in the day.
Joe Namath, you know, he did pantyhose. I think, you know, you could, in our era, you could do Under Armour. Tights. Tom Macklin. So whenever I get a chance to be at the bar, one of the things that I always love is how you look at these 3 different walks in life.
Absolutely.
And how they all come together. So I was thinking, I'm like listening to the stories, and it's like, well, we're all talking about a tool that's called money. And whether it's helping people get that tool so that they can be there for their medical need, or you're helping somebody to refine a tool who may have never understood this tool before based off of circumstances, and you're over here trying to help people with the money that you have as a tool for others to do great. I always find it as the commonality is a really cool thing for today's segment.
I look at all 3. You're all building culture, though, too, right?
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
I know what you're doing,
Yes.
right? You're helping the process so the doctors and the providers and caregivers can take care of them. I know what you're doing to legitimize it, you know, make it look more legit, right, than it is, you know, and what you're doing as well. So you got to have that, you know, we always talk about culture on this show, but a little bit different here, you know, I mean, obviously you run a company, you have culture, but how you do business as well and how you're affecting culture, I think is pretty cool. You agree with me?
Yes, I do. That culture, that's a good word because it is. Culture, I think, entails so much more than what most people think it is. This is culture, like the culture of our environment and what the world is becoming today includes all of this, and especially for this generation with this NIL. But culture.
And with the speed of change, so often does culture become a byproduct of it, where, you know, in another time period where we didn't have that 24/7 news cycle on our phone, and now we have an opportunity for these guys.
So, Mike, what with the NIL money, just kind of 30,000-foot view, because people are sitting there going, "Oh, these kids are making millions." What's the reality? I mean, a couple guys are probably making that, but what's the reality of the rest of the team? What are they?
Well, the realities of it are that the median deal, when you take median, just throw out your millions and throw out your
the bottom
$20, is about $250 to $350.
Okay.
It's not a lot of dough.
Per
However,
year or throughout
for
their career?
the deal size.
Okay.
So that's going to obviously translate to what your popularity is on social media, what your, how they look at you as a potential sponsor of their product, right? So, or endorser of your product. So I think the misconception is it's big dollars. It's really not, especially there's a lot of inequities between sports. You've got your revenue generating sports at larger universities like Florida State, Florida, LSU, where your son's going. These are revenue generating sports like football, baseball, basketball, the big 3. But the women's soccer,
that's right.
It needs to be. It needs to be. And we're looking at this like we take that gender blinders are off, right? And sport blinders are off. So we offer these services to all sports. And so those non-revenue generating sports, sometimes, they get left out.
Yeah,
right?
Well, if they're not on TV, it's hard to generate a lot of revenue.
Right, exactly right. So
at the end of the day, but with that being said, I mean, you're all sports, right? So
we are all
soccer, or where your son's going to LSU?
Yes.
All right, cool.
If I could ask a question about that, what has the impact, you had kind of alluded to that briefly, of social media now? That has to be a game. I mean, it's game changer for everything.
Yeah.
But how does that get taken into consideration for their name, image, and likeness?
Well, it's huge, and the kids are learning now that they need to start building their brand, cleaning up that Instagram, cleaning up that Twitter, cleaning up that Facebook, right? Because a prospective sponsor is not going to like to see that they're, cutting the fool, driving, speeding in their cars, doing all these things that are not becoming, right? So it's impacted, but what they're learning too, the student athletes are learning, is that, many of these kids by their own rights are micro influencers now, right? They're 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 15,000 followers, and that's attractive to prospective sponsors that want to niche you know,
Absolutely.
market their product. Right, so they want that. So I think, and some of them understand it and get it. Some of them don't. Some of them are hard-headed. Some of them don't clean their socials up, and they don't understand why nobody wants to come to them and provide them with an opportunity. Right. So social plays a massive role in all of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching all the time, and like you say, it's live 24/7.
I think the image isn't just photos; it's your image.
The image,
right? Making sure that's clean. All right, I want to wrap it up with this with a question for the entire panel. So, based on what you do in your career, and Steve, of course, you as well. If someone's sitting there watching this show and saying, you know, I want to look into that, I want to get into that. What's the one thing they have to be successful in what you do? I'll start with you, Raphnee. What do you say? What do they got to have?
A heart.
A heart. Empathy.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Just because what you're dealing
gotta
with
care.
patient
You
care,
just have to care.
You got to care.
Yeah.
I love it. Mike, how about you?
Well, we really approach this with a servant's attitude, right? So we've got an audience of kids that many of whom, and you were in the locker room, you know, like a lot of these kids don't have means at home. Their ticket is their scholarship to play sports.
Absolutely.
But being able to give back to them a little bit through a mentor series and through this Laser Center, I partnered with an amazing linebacker,
Marvin Jones, the Shade Tree, one of the best.
One of the best. Consensus, one-time All-American, unanimous second-year Buckus Award winner. 11 years with the Jets. You probably know.
We came out the same year. He was an incredible
just
player.
Amazing guy, but his heart's this large. So
good.
Great guy to be part of.
Another heart. Got to have heart.
Right.
We say
right.
Yeah. Got to have grit probably in what you're doing, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
What would you say?
Ambitions.
Yeah.
They have to have ambition.
That's good.
Yeah, because
Gotta want it.
Yes, you have to be in that industry. You have to have ambition to follow your dream. Yeah, because there's a lot of
Great answer.
difficulties. Yeah.
Great answer. Great. All right, Steve, wrap it up.
You know, I got to say, consistent delivery. You know, nothing comes easy in life, right? This show does not come easy in life. This is a product of many years and many hours that people don't see in a segment that I do, this segment here. Grit for you and your business and your son going to LSU, helping giving guidance where people may not have had any before, and then helping people achieve the dream, which may be the largest financial transaction. If the 5 of us don't get up and do what we do every day consistently, then how many people are going to fail?
That's right.
That's right.
Keep your game face on.
And keep it clean in social media.
That's right.
That's right. All right, thanks, guys. Great conversation. I love it.
Thank
Hey,
you.
make sure you check out all their profiles and this conversation at iwanttabuzz.com. You'll see many more people and the great talks we have right here at the bar. Everybody's welcome and has a seat at my bar. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here.